Hello, this is Raina from Lilo Crafts coming on today with a process video on how to make kites. So you can use these sweet kites as embellishments or put them on cards. So I thought I'd start off by showing you some examples of how you could use them. First is this sweet example of actually a pocket that you can put into a junk journal. So I decorated the back with these kites, or you could actually glue that part down and don't put kites on them and put the kite on the front. And this is just a simple gold foil envelope. And when you open it up, you can see it has a cute tag inside that you can put any of your journaling notes in. So this is one idea of how you could use kites. The next is a Father's Day card. So this is just a plain card with some just manually cut out clouds, and I put the letters D-A-D on the kites. So Dad, and I just used some bows, some black bows as the tails, but you could really use anything. You could use stars. You can use butterflies, or I even have these flat bows that I have used as well for tails. And it's just plain on the inside where you could write your message, or you could stamp Happy Father's Day. So that's one. And with the 4th of July coming up, I made a 4th of July card. So this is just a plain red card base, and it has just a striped background. And all of this paper actually comes from the Hobby Lobby haul, the paper pad that I got on sale, on clearance actually, at Hobby Lobby. And so this has 3 different of the kites on them, and the little popped up stars that I have, those actually are available right now at Hobby Lobby under their 4th of July table scatter. So those are glued on, and these are just popped up, as you can see, with a couple of the Dollar Tree foam dots. So these are actually what I use to pop the kites up. And I did stack them too deep so they would have a little more dimension. And the star is popped up just on single foam tape. So let me go ahead and clear this off, and let's get into how you can make a kite without a die. Let's start out with what supplies you're going to need. You're going to need just a small scrap of paper to make your template. You're going to need the pattern paper, 2. I like 2 because they are nice contrast to each other. So you're just going to need a couple pieces of paper scrap. If your paper is not cardstock and it's really thin, you'll just need some scrap cardstock. You'll need like a little piece of ribbon or twine or string. I am going to use something, I'm going to use these foil stars to actually do the tail, and I'm going to put this little star on as an embellishment. You'll need some glue, a pair of scissors, and some kind of pop dots. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to just draw out a shape of a kite. And so what I did was I just took a scrap of cardstock and I folded it in half so I would have a crease. And then I drew out, crease, let me go ahead and crease that down. And then I just drew out a basic card shape. A basic kite shape. So I just drew it up like that and then kind of over. And then, so just something super simple, and you want to draw it on the fold side so that it will mirror on the other side. So once I did that, I went ahead and cut it out, and I got a shape like this. And when you open it up, you can see you have a kite shape. And so when I did that, I went ahead, because I'm using thinner paper, I went ahead and just traced that onto a piece of cardstock and cut it out with my scissors. And so now I'm going to glue, and I cut it out twice in the pattern paper, and I'm going to go ahead and glue the base on. So, and I'm using a I'm using art glitter glue, and I just use a fine tip applicator. And you want to go close to the edge, but not all the way to the edge, because when you push it down, the glue does spread. So you go ahead and you glue that on. And if, there you go. Then you're going to take your other piece. And what I do is I just go ahead and I cut it in half from corner to corner. And then I use the cut line to just cut right down the middle of the two pieces. Okay. I want to use one of these base pieces to go on my kite. So this piece fits right here. And we need a top piece, which looks like this one can go right there. So those look good. So what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and use one of my foam squares. And as you can see, it's too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim it. So I'm trimmed one side. I'm going to go ahead and peel off the top. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the back. And I'm going to go ahead and just line it up with the top portion. Can you imagine? This is how easy this is. Really super, super easy to do. I'm going to peel off the back of this other foam piece. I'm going to place it on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Okay, so now we've already got our kite. Isn't that amazing? So quick and easy to do. And I'm going to actually use my glue gun. You can use any kind of glue, but I'm going to go ahead and use my glue gun to put on this little jeweled star in the middle. And then I'm going to just quickly flip it over. And I'm going to glue the string onto the back. And I find for me, because I'm a little bit impatient, I like the hot glue because it glues so fast. So I'm just going to put a dab on, and I'm going to hold that piece of string on there. And then you can go ahead and flip that over. And now you have your string to your kite. Okay. And you can use, like I said, you could use like a butterfly punch. I think those would make really cute bases for the tails. But today I'm actually just going to use these gold stars. And these stars actually come from Maggie Holmes. And so it's like star trim that I'm going to go ahead and cut apart. And I just encourage you to use whatever you have. You don't have to go out and buy any special supplies for this project. You could even just cut them straight out of regular paper. But since I have these, I'm going to go ahead and utilize them. So I glued one star down, and then I'm just going to glue a second one down. And you can put as many of these on your tail as you would like. So you can go ahead and see. Here is the kite. So I hope you enjoy making these kites. They're really great. They're so simple and easy. You could even make them with your kids. And I hope you will subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.